In this video, I will show you how you can implement the functionality to play the sounds in your Unity game. I will play the scene now and you will see the background music will be playing. And also when I'm clicking on the buttons, we have a clicking sound. So this will be for this video. Let's get into it. To get the starting project, go to description of the video. Click Get a Project. Download and unzip the file. Open Unity Hub. Click Add Project and select the unzip folder. Open it. In the project view, select Scenes, double-click Sample Scene. Now you are ready for the video. We need to make sure that we have audio listener attached to the main camera and it should be done by default, so please select your main camera and you should have audio listener. That's great. Now we are going to create audio manager, which will be responsible for playing the music and also will attach to the audio manager clips, audio clips you want to play whenever we'll click on the buttons. Okay, so let's create here a new empty game object. Just right click here, create empty, and let's call it audio manager, audio_manager. And to this I will attach this new script. So I will go to my assets down here. I can do it also through the coding editor, but we can do it also here, scripts. And here, as you have this additional script, let's right click here and create here a new C# script. And let's call it audio manager. Okay. Now we have audio manager. We need to wait until this will recompile and we'll attach the audio manager to audio manager game object. So please select audio manager game object, add component and search here for audio manager, press enter. And now you can go to coding editor. So you can click these three dots and edit script, or just go to coding editor and just locate your audio manager here. You should have here start, update, and all of these things. Okay, so I want to be my audio manager to be Singleton. As you see, I'm using Copilot, and Copilot already knows what I want to do. This is implementing basically the Singleton. So I will press the tab here, and if you don't have a Copilot, you need to write it down. Okay, so we have a public static instance. I like to call it uppercase I, so public static audio manager instance. Then we will have here audio source, which is also public. I like to have them private ones like this, and m_audio source. We'll talk about audio source very shortly. Just write here serialize field like this. And then audio clips we can remove. I don't want to have them here. And that's how you're basically implementing the Singleton pattern. I will just write here this and this. And okay. So that's how your audio manager should look like. You should have here one public static instance so you can access it globally. And then you should have your serialize field for audio source. Okay? Actually, it doesn't have to be necessary serialize field. I will just remove it. Okay? So we have this. So we have this setup for audio manager. Now, when you want to play the music in your game, get back to Unity, wait for it compile. You need to have an audio source component. So let's attach it to audio manager here and to our game object. So add here component and search here for audio source. Audio source. That's what you are looking for. So that's what you can read from the name. That's the source of the music. And since we are in the main menu here, we really don't need to care about any source where it's located, because into the game, as we are in a canvas interface, the music should be played equally from each side. Okay, so we don't really need to much think about it. But what we need to think about is that we need to have audio clip attached to the audio source, and this way we can play it. Plus, you have here a couple of settings, such as mute. When you want to mute the music, you want to play here some effects, play on awake. That means that it will be played by the default. We can untoggle it, and you want to loop the music and so on. So you have lots of settings here. You can, when you will be playing the audio clip here, you can adjust the settings, and this will affect how the clip is played. So you can increase, decrease the volume, and so on. All of these settings you can see here. You can try to toggle them after we'll be playing some music. Okay. So we have this. Now we need to get some good music or some sounds we want to play. So for this, you can open your browsers, or in the description of the video, I have provided you these clips. We'll be using this sound here called music, and here is mouse click sound. This one here from Pixabay. I was searching for royalty-free music sound effects, so we can use them in the video. Okay, so here is the calm music. It will be something like this. Okay, and we will have also click sound, and click sound will sound like this. Okay, so we'll be using these two clips. So what you need to do is to download them or just get them from the resources. Okay, so download this one. All right. And here, okay, so the sound effect is by Yuri from Pixabay. So check this, his sounds if you feel like. Okay, and here also I will download here. This sound is from Pixabay. Okay, so I'll use it. They're not using it for commercial use, so it should be good. It's just for learning. Okay, so I will locate my music. So here it is, calm music and mouse click. So I will just get them, I'll copy them and just drag and drop them into my folder. So let's open Unity. Here in assets folder, I'll right click here and I'll create here a new folder. I'll call it sound. Into the sound, I will open it and will paste there these two files. So just drag and drop them here. Okay, I will just rename them to. Where it's playing. Okay, so I'll just rename it to the calm music. All right, and mouse click sound. Okay, so perfect. We have these two clips. We will create a new. We will get a reference to them in our audio manager. Okay, so we will go to our code here in our audio manager. Let's do it like this. This public static will stay down here. Okay, and this private can stay here. And up here we'll have a serialized field and private audio clip. And we'll call it a background music. So m_bg music. It will be for background. And also next serialized field, again, private audio clip. Not the correct answer. For some reason it offers me this. But this will be click sound or something like this. Click sound can stay. Okay, so now that we can save this, we can go back to our Unity and we'll attach these sounds to Audio Manager. So we'll have a reference, we have access to them. So background music, this is the calm music. So I'll drag it over, and also mouse click sound, I will drag over to the click sound. Perfect, now we have access to these fields. Also, our singleton pattern is not finished yet. This is not the complete singleton pattern because I was doing the job that Copilot offered me, and I just copy pasted basically the code that offered me, but I would like to do it differently. And this public static audio manager instance, I would like to create as a getter, so we can access it globally like this. So we'll get here, create a getter this way. Okay, and I will be checking here. I'll create here also a private static audio manager instance. Okay, it will be private one. And I will check if the instance is equal to null. Then I will find it. Okay, so I will find my object of audio manager in the scene. And then I will just return this instance. Okay, so that's how you are managing singleton patterns. So you will have here. If you are getting the instance, first you are checking if you have already instance. If you have already instance, you're just simply returning it. But if the instance is null, you are looking for the object in the map, in the hierarchy, in your scene, if you have such an object. And if you have it, you just simply assign it to the m instance. And here in the awake, you'll be checking for m_instance. If it's null, then assign to the m_instance this instance, and don't destroy this on the load. Okay, so this will persist also when you will go to the other scene. Okay, this is not really necessary doing right now because we don't have any other scene, but that's how you're creating the singleton pattern. Also else and destroy game object. Okay, so if you have already if you're trying already to create the second instance of singleton, which shouldn't be allowed, you are destroying it. Okay, so if you have already instance and you're trying to create the next one, you're destroying it because the singleton should be only one instance in your game. That's why it's singleton, because you have only one instance of this manager. Okay, so that's just was the singleton pattern. It was not nothing related to the music. That's how you are creating, how you are managing the singletons. And now we can finally create here methods to play the music. So we'll create here private void like this and play background music. So play BG music like this. Okay, here we can pass we have our audio clip accessible, so we don't need to pass here anything in the parameters, we just do this. As you see, we are accessing the audio source, so basically this audio source here, this audio source we have on audio manager, and we are assigning audio clip here to this field. That's what we are doing here of the background music, and we are looping it, so we will be playing forever this music, and then we are playing it, and that's how you will play the background music. Okay, so we want to call this in awake. So here we'll be calling play background music, but already it's offering me to, Copilot is offering me to get here audio source because that's actually correct because we don't have audio source yet. We didn't access it. We just create simply variable up here of audio source, but we never assigned it. So now in awake, you will assign it. You will get a component from this game object, and then you will play it. So you will play background music, and that's how you can play background music. Now when you will save this, you should see that when I will play the game, audio clip should be assigned, should be looping, and you should play the music. Okay, you can see in audio clip you have on the right side, calm music is assigned, you have a loop here, and this will be playing this music forever basically. Okay, now about the click sounds, when we'll be clicking the buttons, we can do it simply. We can create here public void play click sound. Let's call it play button click sound. You can see how smart is the Copilot. Play button click sound, and what we are going to do, we will access the same audio source, and we just call here a method play one shot, and this will just play this clip once, or the click sound that we are providing here. This our audio clip. Okay, so we can play at the same time, we can play multiple clips as you see here. We'll be playing the background music, and then whenever we will click the button, we want to call this method to play the click music, and that's, you will call it with this method, play one shot. Okay, now you can save this. And if you follow the tutorial before, we created buttons, and we have a back button and we have a navigation button. So what we'll simply do, just here in on click, you will access your singleton. You can see how simply you can access your audio manager just by calling instance here, and you will just call here play button click sound, and you will go to the back button, and here you will just call the same play button click sound. When you will save this now, you can go back to your game, you can play it, and you should see, okay, you should hear the sounds when you're clicking the button. So I will be quiet for now. Okay, so here you have it. You can see the music was looping. When you're clicking the buttons, the click sound is played, and at the real time, when I will be playing this, actually, we'll keep it playing. You can play with the values here. So volume, you can see the music is getting quieter. Also clicks are getting quieter. Okay, so you can try the other settings, but ideally the settings you would like to change with some UI. So you will have some sliders here that you can access the volumes and these things. So this I want to handle actually in other video. That's gonna be it from the sounds. Hopefully everything works for you, and I will see you in some of my other videos. Cheers.